Welcome to another marvelous episode of College Football Showdown. I am the governor of college football. And with me, as always, is my co pilot, Jalen Wilson. Week 4 recap. It was a huge week of college football, Jalen. Let's get into some box score reactions. Before we get to that, shout out to everybody who's been supporting the platform. Make sure you guys follow us on at the CFB Nation. If you're here over on YouTube, at the CFB Nation on Twitter. Follow my guy, Judge Jalen. Also, the CFBNation.com. If you're looking for a website that's going to pump out the articles, you got so much content on there. Check that out. We also got a surprise coming in about 2.5 weeks. I'm not saying what it is, but we do got a surprise coming. So, I got D-Now's in the
College
building. Shout out to D-Now.
lacrosse. That's the surprise, y'all.
Yeah,
College
college
lacrosse.
lacrosse. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't go spilling no secrets now.
Shout out, who was it? Was it Chris Hogan that
Yeah,
played
yeah,
lacrosse and
Chris
played
Hogan.
for like
Yeah,
the
what
Patriots
they
and
call
the
that man?
Bills?
7-Eleven or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Hogan. So JMU dominates UNC 70-50. That looks like a basketball score, dude.
It is. That's what it is. I was, bro. Because I wasn't really paying attention to like too much of the morning day game. Because I thought the day game was kind of it's kind of
Yeah,
like honestly, I almost if my mom didn't wake me up, I would have slept in. So, but yeah, I was like, oh, okay, this is a high scoring game. I mean, they had like 52 points at half. James Madison did.
yeah, it
I
did.
was like, but if I'm not mistaken, the over was like 42 or 48 or something like
Yeah, they
that.
eclipsed that quickly.
Bro, JMU eclipsed that by themselves.
Right, right.
um, yeah, I was like, what the heck? So yeah, that was really nice. I wasn't expecting that. I was just thinking, I was like, man, this. How long does Mac Brown have as a college football coach? He's 73. He's getting up there in age.
Mm-hmm. That
He's going to stay at UNC because UNC historically isn't a great college football team. Really not
mm,
the best either. But
he has history with the program as
yeah,
well.
he does. Yeah, back in the 80s and 90s
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. And he got into a bowl game every year he's been there. So I was just like, I know he's getting up there in
I mean,
age. Like
don't you
how much
feel like even the years he had elite quarterbacks, there was a little bit of an underwhelming feeling, especially when I
that
feel
Sam
like the
Howell second year?
ACC is kind of been for the taking over the last
Yeah.
few years. And we're not gonna talk about him today. I tell you who looks like a damn good team. Clemson looks like a damn good team, but Louisville looks really
Louisville
good.
does.
They look even more impressive than last year, which I thought would be difficult to do with Tyler Shuck as your quarterback. But Louisville's been really impressive. Michigan, I've been right about. I've been wrong about a lot of things this year. This is one of the few things I was right about this year. Michigan edges USC 27-24.
Michigan still can't pass the ball, but they won.
They
Uh,
can't. A
but they
win is
won.
a win is a win.
Yeah, I was just like, I watched it. Kind of like, man, they're not passing the ball.
Mhm.
This kind of looked like a little. This looked like a little bit of the Lincoln Riley of old defense, but missed tackles here, busted plays here, like.
Right.
But maybe Michigan found a quarterback. I guess if
Mhm.
that's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good win for Michigan. Good bounce back. After that embarrassing loss to Texas, though.
Yeah. I thought it was like the video. Well, I know you know them because you live in one of those areas where it's popular, like those "I'm Still Alive," where people just got shot and they're in like the hospital bed. That's to that song talking about "I'm Still Alive." I feel like that was like Michigan's "I'm Still Alive" moment, but I feel like USC is just gonna be just fine. The
I'm a
Big Ten is gonna be interesting this year. I'll tell you that.
I honestly was shocked that Michigan won.
Mm,
But there's still a lot of concern, and
yeah.
Donovan Edwards continues to underwhelm. He just doesn't look that good. I'll be honest.
No, he hasn't looked good all year. If we're being transparent, but I
Honestly, his
don't
draft
know.
stack might be in the bud. We talk about better NFL back than college, but
Mm,
he'll make it to the NFL. I
no,
don't know if he'll stick,
he'll
but
certainly make it to the NFL, but it may be by a way of a trip to a Mobile or a trip to Frisco.
or a
Um,
trip to LA.
Yeah, for
where the Chargers stay.
yeah, where the Chargers stay, right there, or like I said, either to the Senior Bowl or to the East West Shrine game. Alrighty, Tennessee marches into Norman and leaves with a 25-15 victory.
Oh wait, sorry, what game did you say?
I said Tennessee marches into Norman and leaves
Oh,
with a
okay.
25-15 victory.
Um, Tennessee offense didn't really look that great.
Mm-mm.
Offensive line looked kind of eh.
Uh,
Nico had some good moments, but I think he had more meh moments than he had
mhm.
good. Um, but maybe
That was the
Oklahoma's defense.
reason I believe it will be a close game. I was hoping for a little bit more from Oklahoma
Yeah,
offensively, but
but maybe Oklahoma defense is just like that. Like
yeah, I think
maybe
it.
I'm like I was like, man, they
I,
they get into the quarterback. They're doing this turnovers. It was two times. It might
mhm.
have been more, but it was two times where Tennessee would turn the ball over, and then like literally the next play Oklahoma did. It was one of them was I think Nico got strip sacked. It was at like the 6 yard line. Next play, Oklahoma gets the ball. QB draw, Jackson Arnold fumbles.
Oh yeah, so it was like that Auburn Arkansas game. I was watching that like, yo, what am I watching? Like I had no clue what I was watching, bro. It was
It was another play like that. I don't remember what happened. Nico
mhm,
did something or Tennessee did something. I think
right.
Tennessee might have punted or something like that.
Uh,
And then Oklahoma turns the ball over the next possession. It's like, dang.
you know how difficult of a game that is to go back home, a place that you love, a place that you played at as a player, a place that you were dismissed from, not in the best way. You know what I'm saying? As a coach, to go back there, see familiar faces, but to have your team ready to win a ball game. Great job to Hype on company.
Hey, Kitty, do you think Jackson Arnold did he get benched or what happened there? Because he
Yeah,
lied, because was the
Brent.
backup came in. Was it
Mhm.
Hawkins? Elijah Hawkins, I think maybe probably his name. I think.
Yeah, yeah. No, he
Uh,
he definitely got benched. And have they announced a starter for the upcoming week?
I don't know because the commentary because I was trying to like I at some point I kind of went away from the game. My dad was
Mhm,
talking and everything, so I
mhm.
wasn't really paying as much attention. And next thing you know,
Right.
I turned back and because I started watching the Colorado game for real,
Yeah.
and I turned back and I'm like Jackson Arnold's not in,
I think most of America did what you were doing.
and the commentator was trying to act like he was hurt or something like that. Like they didn't outright say he got benched. Like they did
Right
it going
now.
like, oh, he's playing bad, he got
I
benched.
mean, 7 for 16, 54 yards, one interception. We do the math too. Two plus
That's what it
two.
was. The interception. He threw an
Yeah.
interception.
Yeah.
Right
No.
after the Tennessee turnover.
Yeah. No. No. I mean, he hasn't played well, and I feel like it's one of those things. Like, and we seen Oklahoma strike gold with this before with the Caleb Williams and Spencer Rattler situation. It's like it's that shiny new toy ideology, and you feel like who you have is better than the present. And then I know you're not the huge you're not a huge fan of my guy out Oregon, but I don't know. I'm not saying Jackson Arnold can't develop into a good quarterback, but I'm not sure if it'll be in Norman. That's all I'm going to say. Uh, Arkansas defeats Auburn 24-14 in Jordan Air. Please tell me you saw the press game conference, bro.
I didn't. I didn't.
So I evaluate people a lot of times. I don't want to evaluate you when things are going well. I want to evaluate you when things are going bad because that shows character. Jackson Arnold, welcome to the transfer portal. Because that shows character. That shows courage under fire. That shows all of these type of things. And then we got Hugh Freeze just answering a question like this. If you don't lift your head up, what was that point guard that played for UCLA? You see the video?
Oh, Jalen Hands.
Yeah, Jalen Hands. Yeah, he was like that. Yeah, you see the video, like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
I literally
Where
want to
he
reach
helped
through
Mo
the screen.
Brown head
Yeah,
up.
like head up, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to deal with this. And I think there was a pivotal situation where I felt like in that game that Sam Pittman did something. Granted, Peyton Thorne did play better. If that's what we want to consider it, if that's what we want to better, but Sam Pittman did something so intelligent. Taylor Green just had like 3 or 4 bad possessions back to back to back. He ganked them, but not for the game because he knows if he's going to win games and if he's going to keep his job in Arkansas, Taylor Green is going to have to be the guy quarterback. He just pulled them 4 series, reeled them in, and that helped them out so much. And I don't know. I just feel like it felt like Arkansas was at home that game. It was an ugly game. I know you said you didn't watch much of the early games. It was a really ugly game, but talk.
Yeah. I watched a little bit of that game.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest. I'm not liking Auburn this season. I'm not honestly. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about the future of Auburn.
Yeah, that's
It's looking real murky over there in them waters.
yeah, it really is, especially after remember the momentum
did,
that they built.
did,
Go ahead.
did you hear? Did you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, you talking momentum with what?
From the spring, the vibes were high. The momentum was good.
It
Cam
was
Coleman put on the
Cam
show.
Coleman arrived on
Yeah, it was
campus,
like
and
everybody was happy. Like, yo, this could be a year. Auburn could be
they talking
really
about the wide
sneaky.
receiver room being
Right,
looking
right.
nice. And
Yeah.
actually, speaking of wide receiver, did you hear about the Ryan Williams story about why he didn't commit to Auburn?
No, you got to inform me and you got to inform the viewers,
He
bro. What
he
happened?
didn't commit because they lost to Alabama on the Isaiah Bond touchdown. He was like he was ready to he said he was going to commit after the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to commit after Iron Bro to Auburn. And the Isaiah Bond play happened where it was like a 14-27,
Uh-huh.
and he was like he stayed with Alabama. So I was like, dang. I was like, if all that play did happen, that man is in the Auburn uniform or not.
Imagine that with that wide receiver core.
Oh man, having Peyton
That
Thorne throw you the ball.
right. I mean, that's the only thing. Florida State gets his first win of the season, 14-9 over Cal, and you know how Colin Coward has the segment. When Coward was right, or when he was wrong. I forget. It's been so long since I've watched mainstream sports media. I only watch us, honestly. And I said, okay, Alex Atkins first game back, you see the offense. No, it's tough for Florida State, bro. It's tough for Florida. So I was hoping that I was hoping that Alex Atkins would be the spark, and I'm just looking like they did beat an undefeated team if that counts for anything, but yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I could have told you that I actually was gonna be like just watching DJU. He's 2 steps down compared to Travis, compared to Jordan Travis.
Yeah. He also didn't have the weapons that Jordan Travis had.
Yeah, he doesn't, which is all I was gonna get to. Johnny Wilson, that like as much as I said, he was overhyped and
he was still a legitimate, collegiate wide receiver, and the Keon Coleman was Mr. Everything.
Yeah, especially with Keon Coleman on the side
Jaheim Bell, the kid that they got from South Carolina the previous year. So the weapons were there, and then he had a dog and Trey Benson in the backfield as well. So it was more weapons. But I just thought that Alex Atkins would see 3 weeks of not being able to do anything, continuing to sputter offensively, and that him being an offensive coordinator where he's not worried about what the defense is doing, like Mike Norvell would have to do while he's calling plays. He's actually just getting. I was wrong. I'm sorry, Florida State fans. I tried, dog. You see what I'm saying? But what happened was, y'all just don't got the playmakers.
Yeah, y'all. It's gonna be a long season for y'all.
I don't know if I need to talk to Alex Golish or I need to talk to the AD at USF. Please stop scheduling such a difficult non-conference game.
But that score isn't.
It isn't true to, and it was just like the Alabama game. College football is all about style points. With an NFL, it's this old snarky way of, hey, respect our opponent, and all of that BS. College is all about style points. If you want to move up or move down, in the rankings. But USF, schedule an easier non-con schedule, win your conference, go play in the college football playoff, but you want to scout, you want to play against the Miamis and the Alabamas. Forget the bag, bro. You get a bigger bag if you play. You know what I'm saying, in the college football playoff. BYU, I missed this. And, Kansas State. What was my pick? It still is my pick to win the Big 12, but BYU dominated them, 38-9. What do you got to say about that?
The Big 12 is weird,
Really, really
or
weird, really weird. I
like
think
like 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 there's no clear cut team. I want to be like, yeah, you know.
I think that's what makes it the best conference,
Uh,
though. I really do. I do believe that because week to week, you don't know what happened. Like we get a Kansas State and Oklahoma State game this weekend. What do we expect? What do we expect from that game? It isn't a little apple, but what do we expect from that
I
game
don't
this
know
week?
because
You just don't
was it
know.
was it who's in? Actually, I think he got benched if I'm not mistaken. Um, Oklahoma State. Uh, yeah, Kansas State. I ain't gonna lie, man. That's y'all struggled against Tulane. Y'all kind of break because of that
Mm,
fumble six. Um, but BYU ain't gonna lie, they got two legitimate wins so far this season. What they
they
beat?
do.
Didn't they beat SMU if I'm not mistaken? And
Yeah, they did. They did. And then
yeah,
SMU punished somebody this week.
yeah,
They
they
put up like
did.
66 of them things this week.
Yeah, they beat SMU, and now they beat Kansas State. Like I think that those are two
Hmm.
legitimate wins
Those are
in
two.
conference play. Like
We're gonna have a candid conversation about another team in the Big 12, and my opinion is starting to shift. And then I don't know if it's the fan of me because I've been a fan of this team, but I haven't been a fan of the way that they conduct themselves, whether it's post interviews. I'm
I
talking
don't know.
about
Oh,
Colorado.
okay.
So I don't know. I we'll talk about that a little bit later. But let's talk about the first game on the docket, man. We talk about a thriller of a game Friday night. I called this one. I just want to say that I called this one. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to give myself a pat on the back. You feel me? Illinois getting the overtime victory, and that game should have went to overtime. That game should not have. You guys should have won that game in regulation.
Yeah,
31-24. Call this with Jalen. That's all I'm gonna say. 4-0, man. How you feeling? You guys are what, the 19th ranked team in the nation right now?
yeah.
So
Feeling
what were your
good.
takeaways from the game? What you like? What you dislike? I thought you guys were
Eh,
able to neutralize Nebraska's run game, and that was truly my key. Like if
yeah,
I can see you guys get stops, I know you'll get pressure on Dylan Rayola later.
yeah. I'm like, okay. Pass defense wasn't always there. It was there
Mm-hmm.
at times, but it wasn't always there. I hope we do better against Penn State.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, hope we do. It, I rather have a better pass defense. I mean, run defense against Penn State than pass defense. But
Mm-hmm.
it'd be nice if we have a good balance of both against them.
For sure.
But yeah, the run defense looked really good. I was shocked. I was like, okay, like because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
Kansas could have gashed us if they really wanted
For
to.
sure.
CMU even did a okay job of running the ball at times. If it weren't for penalties, they probably would have more rushing yards. It's like, oh, okay, but this is one of the best. This is the best call game I ever saw from Illinois offensive coordinator. Like,
Really?
yeah, like okay, it's this ongoing joke that
Uh
Barry
oh.
Looney he has one good drive, and then it's just the rest is just saying. The
Really?
rest is just like it's always a joke inside like Eleanor
Mm-hmm.
group chat where it's like like but after the first touchdown the first series it was like
Mm-hmm.
oh the
That's
there
the
goes
one to
Looney's
try.
drive, yeah, yep,
Yeah, yeah. They
there's
go
the one
Looney.
drive we need,
Uh,
and everything. I was like, I was like, okay, but yeah, we look good. I might look good.
he
He
looked
was
really
quick to make
good.
some decisions. I'm like I said, he looked better when he's making quick decisions than when he has to like process things and think sometimes. Because I think he overthinks. Like I like that though, where it was the first drive of the game, which we got a bad spot. It was first down. Shouldn't have to go to what 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1. Where he launched the ball to Pat Brown on the first drive, and Pat Brown caught. I was like, yeah, he didn't even
Mm.
think about it. He was just like, yeah, he's like, I just
He
gotta let it
just he
fly to
just
Pat
let it
Brown.
loose. He now said it takes a former Hawkeye for Illinois to be good. But I mean, he's 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions on the season. He's not turning the ball over. He's been able to utilize his legs a little bit this year. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Lou Altmaier because
Yeah,
heading into the year, my biggest question for you all was like, what is this kid going to play like? Like that was 100%. But but
yeah,
continue. You was talking about the anticipatory throw to Pat
yeah.
Bryant. Yo,
Like,
I saw that because I remember I'm thinking about what you were telling me prior to the game, how he has to see it open, and I seen it was like 2 or 3 throws that were anticipatory throws. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, okay, he's comfortable. I don't know if Looney went to him like before the game. Hey, what are your favorite 3 plays?
yeah,
What 5 or 6 plays do you like against this Nebraska team? But he
like,
looked comfortable, bro.
yeah. Like, I feel like Looney caught up good plays. Like, whenever we
Mhm.
needed a first down, we can get it. Whenever we need a
Oh, yeah.
touchdown, we can get it. Honestly, I feel like we was gonna score in that second drive if Hank Beatty didn't fumble.
Mhm.
Um, bro. I was so heated after that play. I was like, come on. I was like, 7-3. I was like, we just had a good
Mhm.
drive. We look like we was gonna get a first down right there, and then he fumbles. Um,
Did you turn the TV off at any point? I always worry about you doing that.
no.
You sure? Like
Yeah.
after that, it was a possession where you guys were driving, and I
Was it
think
the face? Was it where they should have called a face mask?
yeah, it was
I
that one.
was heated. I was heated.
It was a blatant face mask, bro. It was on a 4th down, matter of fact. And you guys
Yeah, it
decided it was like a fourth
was.
and seven. You guys
Yeah,
decided it was the face mask. I'm like, Jalen turned the game on. I just knew you turned the game. And then I think Nebraska drove down the field, and then that's when they missed the field goal. And then the game went into overtime. Yeah, that I was like, Jalen turned the game on. 100%
yeah,
Jalen turned the game
yeah, yeah. No. I wasn't because I was if it wasn't no face mask, I would have turned the game off. If that's his face mask, I was
on.
like, okay, we got cheated.
Mhm. Okay,
Like,
okay. So you it's like that thing where you had these conversations with yourself, and you come to grips with the outcome. Like, hey, if we lose, one of the things I can go to is we got cheated. Like
yeah,
you start to come to grips with reality. Okay.
because if they showed on a replay, they showed the face mask, but they also showed a wide receiver. I think it was Ashton Hollins. He's down the field, butt naked open.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. But in all fairness, he didn't get enough time to see that guy. But he was wide open.
yeah,
Speaking of which, I'm gonna go off subject for a second. We're gonna get back to this game, I promise. But I wanted to talk about something. And I don't know if you saw Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb had a little thing on the sideline. You saw it?
I don't really watch NFL and
I don't either.
and the
I
Cowboys.
saw it on
So,
a
so
YouTube short. So yeah, other than the Bills, I don't really watch the NFL on Sundays. I'm looking at college football stuff or looking at other stuff for the announcement that I'm not gonna make, that I'm not gonna spill the beans for. But we're just gonna call it lacrosse for now. Um, and I saw it, and it made me think: at what point does being a competitor crosses the line with being out of line, if that makes sense? Like, there on the play, CeeDee Lamb was wide open. Like it was wide open. I think sometimes as a wide receiver, they don't realize like everything you have to process in your head as a quarterback. Like just think about how much you got to process just pre-snap as a quarterback, and then certain blitzes come and things like that. Like do you feel like sometimes wide receivers cross the line, or you feel like they had a right to be upset?
yeah, wide receivers are divas.
Yeah, 100%.
They're
100%.
divas. Like, um, yeah, I feel like wide receivers cross the line sometimes, but
Mhm.
I get it sometimes. Like,
Yeah, I
like
get it.
Stephon Diggs is one of the biggest crybabies I've ever
He's a
saw.
habitual like line stepper. Like Michael Irvin was different. Like Michael Irvin, like Dallas could win, and Michael Irvin might not have had great stats, but he was comfortable with it as long as he won. Now, some wide receivers, if they don't get their numbers and the incentives, and all their contracts and shit, they don't give a damn if they won or lost. It's me. You know what I'm saying? After team is me. And yeah. So I just wanted to talk about that. But get back, you said we were talking about the face mask. Wide receiver
Yeah,
was wide open. He missed him. I don't
uh,
feel like he had a lot of time. I also
he
thought
didn't.
that
He
if it
didn't.
wasn't for the face mask, he might have picked up that first down. Did you feel the same way?
Nah.
Nah.
Yeah, we picked up the first down because we scored a touchdown. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we put pressure on Rayola. I like that.
Mm.
We had 5 sacks that game. 3 of them came in OT. Um,
Oh yeah, it was crazy. That
yeah.
that
Uh,
that last Nebraska possession,
it,
their offensive line couldn't block. And in my opinion, that last play, it was no
yeah,
effort.
I honestly thought Aaron Henry did a good job calling plays for as our DC. He was getting lots of flack last year from fans, including me. I was like, man, our defense is terrible. But at the same time, I was like, our secondary was depleted. We dealt with
Mm.
injuries. It was new. It was young. We had hope. We had like two true freshmen starting and stuff like that. So I gave him a little bit of leeway. I was like,
Right.
did like this season would be tell me like, okay, yeah, like either he a good DC or he should get the can.
Mm.
But yeah, he's done a good job even through the first was it 3 games, first 4 games. So
Mm.
um I think that's all the takeaways for real. Like Rayola looked good. I'll say that.
Yeah, he
Rayola
did.
did
He
look
did.
good. And I'm gonna be honest, he's having a better season than Dylan Gabriel. Um and I'm not saying that because of you. I'm saying that because of the Oregon fan. Um
Dylan Rayola is having a better season than Dylan Gabriel,
yeah, looks like a better quarterback right now.
based upon what? What is the
Just kind of
criteria?
just kind of based upon what I watch, KT. Kind of
Okay.
based upon what I watch.
Okay. All righty. So Nebraska has played 4 games, right?
Yes.
He's got 967 yards, 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Let's look at Dylan Gabriel's stats.
Nick Gabriel, I don't think Nick
And
Gabriel has any interceptions.
and keep in mind they've only played 3 games. He has more yards, a couple less touchdowns, no interceptions, and a good QBR. And I'm sure he has more rushing yards as well.
Oh, he definitely got more rushing yards. Can Dylan
Yeah.
Gabriel? I mean, not Dylan. Can Dylan really get out the pocket like that?
Nah, I think
Like I don't
he.
really see it for real.
Nah. He had a couple throws that game though. That were that
Yeah,
were that were
it was a
impressive. That
couple
were
throws
really
on like that
impressive.
second drive that they had. Was
Hmm.
like, oh god,
I
dang,
was
like
like, yeah,
they moving
yeah.
the chain.
He made a big league touchdown pass too. I think when they was it the
He
pass that
did.
tied
Was
it
it
up.
before halftime?
Yeah. It was like on a rope. I'm like, wow, this kid's got it. Chucky Mahomes don't run.
It's them throws like that make me think that it's like
uh,
I can still make
yeah,
them throw. I'll be like, I don't think Dylan Gabriel can make the
yeah,
throws. Like,
yeah. And I think that's accurate. I think my comp for Dylan Gabriel will 100% be Tua.
yeah, and I like Dylan Gabriel. I don't think he's a bad
Mm.
quarterback.
A
Like,
lot of people dislike him. I like him. I'm a huge fan of Dylan Gabriel, but a lot of people dislike him.
um, yeah, but I think that's all takeaways for this game.
Great game. You guys got Penn State up next. I'm sure we'll end up talking about that on Thursday. But how you feeling about that game overall before we get into this next segment?
I don't know. I'm kind of nervous because
You kind of nervous?
yeah,
I look at your schedule, and you guys got like a string of like crazy games. Like, so you play Penn State, bye week Purdue, and then you play what, Michigan and then Oregon back to back.
yep.
That's a tough stretch. But I feel like if you guys make it out of all of that with just one loss, people better look out for Illinois this year.
I wish we play Iowa. We'd kick them. Like
Yeah. Kick
we would
out.
whoop Iowa. I'm not scared of that fake offense. Offense is fake.
Oh
Oh
man, I know D
man.
now about to be on your head in three,
Oh, that offense
two,
is fake. Look better last
one.
year, but actually last year offense was putrid. So almost anything will look better.
He now said no, sir. He said no,
Uh,
sir. He not going for it, man. And then D now is actually on overreaction Monday tonight, so he gonna get some get back. I'm gonna let you know that now.
uh,
I can
yeah.
honestly say,
Honestly,
uh,
bro, I feel like because I don't think we play Wisconsin. We should play Wisconsin. I feel like Wisconsin. I still feel
he
like
said
Illinois,
Caleb Johnson
Iowa.
had 204 TD. He said, "Hey, that's hilarious, man."
Yeah,
What were you
no,
saying
but
before we get to this next
yeah,
segment?
yeah, I don't know. We don't play Iowa this year. I don't think we play Wisconsin this year. I don't know. I feel like Illinois should always play Iowa and
I think I'm gonna
Wisconsin.
go see Iowa play. When Maryland play Iowa, I think I'm gonna go to that game. I think Maryland also plays SC, and I want to see SC this year as well. But
I
I can
mean, you
honestly
gonna suffer
say,
through that offense?
yeah, I want to see it. I at least watch the defense. I can honestly say at this point, I have no clue who's winning the Big 12. You shared similar sentiments earlier. That conference has so much parity, bro. And I feel like any given, Saturday, Friday, or Thursday, that anybody can win. Oklahoma State didn't look good. Kansas State got destroyed, and Utah was able to beat Oklahoma State 22-19 without Cam Rising. Jalen, what were your takeaways from this game? It was a mess of a game. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Ollie Gordon has been so underwhelming this season.
Yes, yes, you're not wrong.
He's had some bad games. If I'm not mistaken, that game against
I got you, D now.
who was it against? Oklahoma State. It was
Mhm.
the game they almost lost. Arkansas.
Arkansas,
Arkansas.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He had like 2.9 yards per carry.
Arkansas is a play away from being undefeated, bro.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I was just like he had 42 he had 11 carries, 42 yards, 3.8 yards per carry. Um like I said, Alan Bowman, I said this earlier, he got benched. He didn't look the
Mhm.
best.
And I mean, Garrett Rangel didn't look much better when he
Yeah,
came in.
he went. Yeah, I
So
think Gary Rankin was like he completed
if
like 3 passes.
if you weren't a college football fan, right? And let's say you like you're a huge fan of the NFL and your team needs a running back. And I'd be like, hey Jalen, you know what? You should check out this game between Utah and Oklahoma State. The best running back in all of college football is in that game. You would have came away from that game like, oh damn, Michael Bernard is like that. you know what I'm saying? You, you know what I'm saying? Like because he looked the part. Ollie Gordon hasn't looked the part. And actually, let's look at Ollie Gordon's stats this year. What is he doing? 3.5 yards per carry, my dog. He do got the four tutties, but 3.5 yards per carry. Sheesh.
I'm gonna be honest. See, I'd be skeptical on that, like telling people that stuff, because I'd be
Right.
like I don't want to tell like even in college basketball, like I don't want like 'cause my dad don't keep up with college basketball as much as he used to, so
Right.
he don't know some of the prospects and stuff. Like I'd be scared to tell him like, oh, this dude projected top 10 pick, and then this dude he got
Mhm.
here had 10 points,
Ooh, I like that take by D now. He
looked
said
terrible.
RB1 lives in Iowa City and I'll die on that hill. That's spicy.
He probably
Yeah,
RB1
that's
because I can't pass
that.
the ball, but
Yeah.
um. But I'm gonna be honest, like I just kept on telling my dad that like even like I'm glad T Mac showed up that first game because I
Mhm.
was telling him like, oh, this dude could be the
Yeah.
number one wide receiver, and then he broke the Arizona like receiving yard record.
It's
I'm like,
it's
okay, yeah, good,
it's
good.
funny because my dad is similar to your dad, where my dad he's going to watch Colorado every week and watch a couple other games, but then he be like, KT, the Cowboys need this. Who should I watch? And I'll tell him somebody to watch. I just be hoping that like that game, I don't like him. Like it's certain things my dad doesn't like in players. Like he does not like a wide receiver that doesn't have size, bro. Like if that wide receiver is not 6'2", 6'3", dog, he not gonna like them. And no matter what I say, I can talk about how dynamic they are. They just not gonna like them. So it's crazy that you and I have similar conversations with our pops.
Yeah, like I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. Ollie Gordon's like terrible this season. Ollie Gordon and not Quinshon Judkins, Donovan Edwards, just
Mm-hmm.
both been underwhelming
Yeah,
this season. I mean,
Juckins and Travion Henderson showed off on Saturday
yeah.
against Marshall.
Um, yeah, it's just I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But
Uh,
well, I mean,
Oklahoma State's offense looked terrible.
I'm about to
The
say
two games that they
like
have tested.
it's all of it on Ollie Gordon. I mean, are we looking to see the boxes that they're facing? Like when you're playing at Oklahoma State, are you afraid of their passing game?
Not my Allen
And,
Bowen
and
back
that
there
and that's
taking the
part of that,
snaps.
and that's part of the problem. But what they say, the great ones are always find a way. Whether it's 8 or 9 man box, it don't matter. The great ones are going to find a way. But 3.5 yards a carry for a guy that was electrifying last year, that is difficult. And then their schedule, I think their road is only going to get tougher.
Yeah, the schedule's gonna be hard. What you say,
Yeah,
Kansas State next,
they
right?
got Kansas State next. West
They
Virginia is
said,
scrappy, and then they got to go at BYU. And BYU is looking like the class of the conference right now. And then they play
watch
at
them
Baylor.
smack BYU just because it's
And they
college
probably, they
football.
probably, they probably, they probably, they probably will. Arizona State, they still undefeated. I know that was in a tough game the other day, but Arizona State's
They
been decent. They
undefeated.
played
Yeah,
TCU,
Arizona State's look
Texas
good.
Tech, and then their last game's at Colorado. So not bad. But yeah, Big 12 football has been really interesting. I think Big 10 has been interesting as well. If I would rank them, it would be Big 12, Big Ten, SEC, then ACC. I love the ACC because the ACC treats us with a lot of love. But that would be my rankings for the games I'm most
You hear that,
excited
Florida
about.
State just bringing the rankings down.
Yeah, yeah, it's Florida State for sure. And then
Oh,
Virginia Tech, bro. I don't know what's
oh
going on
yeah,
with
I don't
Virginia
know what
Tech.
happened to Vitek.
Dude, I am so frustrated. But you know what's interesting about Virginia Tech?
What, they still win
They
the conference?
it, they could be Miami, bro, this weekend. And as crazy as that sound, well, it don't sound crazy to you because I know you're not a big believer, but they can definitely go.
Honestly, it sound crazy after these the
It's a
two losses
Coral
they suffered.
Gables. They
Sound
go to
crazy.
Coral Gables and get a win.
They're not
Get a
going.
win. That might
I
be my
don't think
upset pick of the week.
Did you see Cam Ward, like, no huddle? He he then he like did like a little
Hey, that's a
like
great
a little
take, D.
hard
Now
snap.
Louisville is winning it. That's a great take. Clemson look good too, though.
Did you see that Cam Ward play where like they completed a ball, no
Mhm.
huddle, then he did like a little hard count to see where the blitz was coming from, called it out, and then he
Yeah,
handed the
yeah.
ball to the running back and stuff.
That's
Yeah.
He's
Uh,
locked in. He's locked in. But we seen that at the ACC media days. Buddy had his parents there, bro. He said what he say? All he do is fish, chill at the house. Bro locked in.
hey, Chicago Bears, hope y'all watch. Yeah, man.
You
Jay
done with
Cutler ain't
Caleb
cutting it.
already?
You said what?
You done with Caleb already?
Oh, I was never with him.
Oh, you weren't. You're right. You weren't. You weren't. Damn. So you think they should have kept Fields?
Yeah, I got the tweet that said the Bears will regret this trade.
Yeah. You have anybody bookmark it? I might gotta
I don't
retweet
think
that.
so.
I
I
might gotta
bookmarked it in
retweet
my
that.
head.
Yeah,
Like,
you might. Yeah, yeah.
you
You might
know,
gotta quote that joint yourself.
hey, Jay Cutler, hey, watch
'Cause,
out.
I don't think Russ Wilson gonna see the field this year, buddy.
Oh man, no, but hey, I ain't gonna lie, Utah need Cam Rising back. As good as Isaac Wilson looked this season,
BC don't
or
sleep. Big trust. I like it. BC defense is climbing. I like it.
they
The mayor
are.
of college football was at the game the other day as well. So you got to see Aiden Childs in person.
Yeah. And Wilson
Yeah.
wasn't bad for Utah quarterback this game, but he wasn't like really that great.
Mhm.
They're going to need Cam Rising back to
They
continue to win against the Big 12.
they are. Yeah. Well, Isaac Wilson had one touchdown, two interceptions.
Yeah,
But it was certainly the Michael
he did
Bernard.
enough.
He
He
did,
did
yeah, he did
enough.
enough
He
to
did
get the
enough.
win. And especially to go there and get a win, that was pretty damn good. So let's get to the next game on the docket. Baylor, Colorado. So I am the idiot. I will admit, I am the idiot who fell asleep on this game.
I mean, I hate when
I
that
am the
happens.
idiot who fell asleep on this game. And I'm gonna tell you how the play I fell asleep on this game. It was 3rd and 31 from their own 4-yard line. I said, no, I'm not watching any more of this. And I laid down I think my alarm went off at 3:40 in the morning or something like that. I checked it. That's when I said Colorado won. I said, how? So I went and I looked at the joint that should have been a touchdown. That buddy was it
Yeah,
Shepherd?
dropped.
That
Yeah,
Shepherd
Shepard.
drop.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then you see the Hail Mary that rolled out to the left. Goddamn, Shador put that thing on a rope. They scored and they was able to win that thing in overtime. And then we saw the tackle that Travis Hunter made that forced the fumble. They was ultimately able to win a game. What were your takeaways from this game? And then I have another question for you, but we'll wait to get to your takeaways because I already know how you're gonna answer this other question.
Colorado looked good on offense.
Mhm.
Their defense still just sucks.
Mhm.
I don't know how Baylor lost this game. I'm gonna be honest.
Mhm.
I was confident when they were up. I think it was I want to say it was like 2014.
Yeah,
Uh,
they had a nice little lead, but yeah,
yeah,
you're right. Sawyer Robinson, what he had, 82 on the ground, buck
yeah,
48 through the air, another 2 touchdowns. Yeah.
yeah. It was nice to see like Colorado defense did step up in the second half. Only allowed
Uh,
7 points, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
that's accurate.
yeah, like I thought that was nice to see. That was a little bit of improvement.
Mhm.
Uh, I ain't gonna lie, Shador. It looks like he might be first quarterback taken off the board right now. Like if they did the draft like today.
Mhm. It's hard. Other than you know, the off the field stuff that a lot of us want to see improve. I think it'll be hard to argue that 11 touchdowns, 2 interceptions on the season. He's completing what 65% of his passes. You can't be upset at that. But you think he is the number one quarterback, and that he will be the first quarterback selected in the upcoming draft.
I think it should be Cam Ward, but
Okay, okay.
it's between
Is
both
it,
of them.
what about you think Quinn Ewers is in the discussion?
Yeah, I think he'll be in the discussion.
Okay.
But I feel like honestly, I feel like by the time we get to the draft, he'll be in like number one, number two in the discussion. But I feel like it should be
Mm-hmm.
Cam Ward and Shador as number one,
Mm-hmm.
number two. But
Mm-hmm.
that's just me.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, did not say Mr. Ewers might want a word for sure.
yeah. So, but yeah, I thought it was nice to see some improvement by Colorado's defense in that second
Mm-hmm.
half. The offense looked good in the second half. David Aranda, you're done, buddy.
Your time is coming, bro.
Yeah. That man coaching or head coaching job at Baylor is on borrowed time right now. So,
Facts.
because he was already like questioned to be on the hot seat just coming into this season. So I'm not really like I was like, but after that game, I'm like, what type of defense were they playing? Like, were they just playing man coverage that whole time? Like, did they? Because usually at the type of play like that, you see a whole bunch of safeties back there and
Mm-hmm.
see a whole bunch of DBs. Looked like it was 1-on-1 each
Eh,
player.
I don't know what they were playing, but the defense is certainly what they weren't playing. My apologies. Got a message from a college football player who's asking us to post something on his page, so I'll be sending something to Nino shortly if he's still in here. But I asked, man, this is something you and I have talked about off camera and on. Well, we talked about it on the show before because I mean, for those who know that this show was audio only at one point, but Travis Hunter, like, what do you feel like his natural position is?
Wide receiver.
Because I feel like it's wide receiver. And I've been saying wide receiver, but I
Travis
know a lot of
Hunter,
other people will say defensive back. But I feel like he showed, at least through these first 4 games, that like, dude is a wide receiver.
to me, Travis Hunter is a gifted athlete. He's an elite athlete, but he's
Mhm.
not an elite wide receiver. He's not an elite cornerback.
I would agree with that. I would agree with
And
that.
and he can get away in the league. He can get away with being an elite wide receiver more than he can get away with being or he can get away with being an
Mhm.
elite athlete at wide receiver than he can at cornerback sometimes.
Okay.
Um, yeah. I feel like that should be his position.
Hmm.
I feel like it has hurt him in his career. Actually, the fact that he's just been like a two-way player this whole time
Right.
instead of focusing on one position.
Hmm.
But
And fine tuning and becoming better at that
yeah,
at that. Yeah, I feel that.
yeah. But yeah. Although it's like I guess I don't know I think Travis Hunter is like he's between 6'2" and 6'4". So like
I
having
think I
that.
think he's I think he's like 6'1.5",
Oh
6'2".
really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why. I always think he's taller,
Hmm.
but yeah. I mean, of course, having a corner of that size,
Hmm.
is that that's what teams are looking for
That's
now.
yeah, that's a new prototype. And,
Yeah,
that's honestly what you see at the Senior Bowl when you go out there and you see cornerbacks. They're typically taller cornerbacks.
yeah. So yeah, if he is like 6'2", that's like a premium size for a corner. I feel
Hmm. For sure.
like yeah, but honestly, I feel like if he want to make money, if he want to have a better career, I feel like it's a wide receiver.
You feel like it's that wide receiver because I feel like for the Masters they thought just because it's his
He's made more of his impactful plays this season than wide receiver.
he's been dynamic. If it wasn't for like what we seen like T Mac do earlier in the season, I think Trey Harris is just playing phenomenally. But because Ole Miss hasn't really played anybody thus far, you know what I'm saying, this season, a lot of people aren't talking about what Trey Harris is doing, but he's having a phenomenal season. But Travis Hunter is having a great season as well. He's averaging 9 catches a game, over 100 yards a game, averaging a tutty a game as well. Considering that he's playing the amount of snaps that he's playing, he's playing great. So let's get into the question I want to kind of talk about a little bit earlier. Do you feel like Colorado has a very outside chance of winning the Big 12?
No.
Is bowling possible in year one? Because coming into the season, it wasn't something that I deemed possible because I thought it was just an absolute dumpster fire there.
I mean, I said they were going to win like 4 games this season. I don't think
Mhm.
bowling's possible. I don't think they have a chance to win the Big 12.
Okay.
Um,
So you don't think bowling possible, even though they're 3-1 now?
nah.
Okay.
Like,
Let's look at their schedule. So they played at UCF. You know how we
mhm.
both feel about UCF. They're at home against Kansas State. Well, Kansas State team shows up. They're at Arizona, home against Cincy.
I
I
feel like
think
the
that's
Cincy game could be the win.
all right. At Texas Tech.
I haven't watched much of Texas Tech, but I know they haven't
Yeah.
looked the best.
And they're home versus Utah. Then they're at Kansas, and then they're home versus Oklahoma State. I think they can get to 6. I think they
Yeah,
get.
it'd be right at 6.
Yeah,
I,
I don't see much more than 6, but I think they get to 6.
yeah. I guess on the bowling,
Mm,
but the Big 12,
mm,
nah.
mm. Wow. Looking into the season, you know, almost at the quarter mark, and BYU 4-0, Utah 4-0, UCF 3-0, Cincy 3-1, and that's who's leading that conference right now, which is crazy.
Honestly, we didn't expect this. Honestly,
Right,
like
right.
Utah,
No,
I guess was like the consensus of a top Utah, and I think it was Arizona like that, or like our
mhm.
consensus like top 3 teams, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken. But
teams that we had
where's Iowa
consistently
State
ranked.
at?
Iowa State. I don't think they played any conference games yet, but they're
Okay,
3-0. Yeah, they haven't played
yeah,
the conference because you know how when they do the standings, it's based on conference play
hmm
plus your overall
yeah. I was like, Iowa
total
State's
progression.
3-0. They got some. They won last. They just won on Saturday. Like I'm like, they
Mm.
look good. Like I think we both say, it's a dark horse. It's a dark horse possibility
He
that
said, "Who
they.
cares about state?" Yeah, that's
but
funny,
but
dog.
it's a dark horse possibility. Something like how it's a dark horse possibility that they could win the
Yeah,
Big 12 or go to the Big 12 championship game this year.
yeah. Nino said, I think before the season started, this will be the most off chalk season, and at the quarter mark, he's got to be right. As far as being off chalk with some of the teams that we're seeing doing well, like through the quarter mark, you couldn't have told me since it'd be 3-1. I just wouldn't have believed it. So, Jalen, let's move on to our last segment of today's episode, and we're gonna talk about the AP poll. We talk about it every week. We talk about the movement every week. I typically go from 1 to 25. We'll go from 25 to 1. Boise State at 25, A&M at 24, Kansas State at 23, BYU at 22, Oklahoma at 21. Like, why are they in the top 25, bro?
Oklahoma,
Yeah,
because they got the OU next to their name.
God, they shouldn't be in the top 25. Also, did I not call the Northern Illinois situation? I told all of y'all they
You
were going to
did.
lose. I told y'all they were going to lose to Buffalo. Like,
You did. My dad was saying that to you know my dad Notre Dame fan.
yeah,
He was like
yeah.
watch them lose to Buffalo. Dude. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah.
Like that, they ain't no business being in the top 25. And then, I mean, I like to see BC in here over a few teams too. Uh, Oklahoma State at 20, Illinois at 19, Iowa State at 18. Clemson looked really good this past weekend. Not intentionally didn't talk about them because we're gonna talk about them overreaction tonight. 16 Notre Dame, 15 Louisville. They look really good. 14 LSU, 13 USC, 12 Michigan, 11 Mizzou, 10 Utah, 9 Penn State, 8 Oregon, 7 Miami, 6 Ole Miss, 5 Tennessee, 4 Alabama, 3 Ohio State, 2 Georgia, 1 Texas. There's a game this week that's going to get top billing, and that's Georgia versus Alabama. That's going to get top billing this week. So we're certainly going to find out. And you know what? 3 weeks ago, I would have like, I'm comfortable with saying Georgia. That game is in Tuscaloosa, right?
Yeah, I don't
I,
know.
I
I
think
think
that game is in Tuscaloosa. I'm a double check. Oh, it's some good games this week. Virginia Tech, Miami, Kentucky, Ole Miss, Oklahoma State goes to the Little Apple, Wisconsin and USC. Louisville plays Notre Dame. That game will be pretty cool. Arkansas plays Texas A&M.
if Notre Dame wants to make it to conference playoffs, they need to
Yeah,
win
that
that game.
game is in Tuscaloosa. I like. I like Alabama early. I'm just saying I like Alabama
Yeah, I
early.
like Alabama early too.
Yeah, I like Alabama early. So how you feel about this top 25? I don't think I have as many gripes with this because I feel like they did some things the right way. Like USC didn't free fall, and that's what I
Hmm.
expected. Like, oh, they lost to Michigan. Michigan got washed by Texas. They should free fall. No, they shouldn't free fall. So I was glad that USC didn't free fall. I was hoping
I
that
think BYU should have jumped Oklahoma
I,
and Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma shouldn't be in the top 25, bro. I just haven't seen enough of them dudes to be in the top 25. But I guess
Honestly, I feel like BYU
if we're
could
going over
even
moral,
BYU could even you could. I wouldn't be mad if you put them above Illinois. Like
no, no, no. Even though they've had impressive victories, no. Illinois did beat a ranked Kansas team. They were ranked at the time. I know they haven't looked good since. They also beat a ranked Nebraska in Lincoln. And we know the story. So how you feel about this like the middle of the road? How you feeling about Oklahoma State, Illinois, Iowa State, Clemson? Like I said, Clemson looks really good. Notre Dame and Louisville. How you feeling about that group of the teams?
what you said, what teams? You
Uh,
said
I said Oklahoma State, Illinois, Iowa State, Clemson,
okay.
Notre Dame, and Louisville. How you feeling about that group of the
I
teams?
also felt they're. I'll put Clemson above Notre Dame. I'll
Okay,
put Iowa State above Notre Dame.
me too.
Um,
Cause Notre Dame may get their caps peeled back blue this weekend.
honestly, yeah, I put Illinois above Notre Dame. Them boys can't throw the ball. I ain't
Man,
scared of them.
I know the game is in South Bend, but Louisville looks like a train wreck right now. That is a team I do not want to. If I'm in the ACC, the team I don't want to play right now is Louisville.
Uh,
I know Miami is the juggernaut. They got a lot of things going for them in the right way. But like I said, Louisville looks scary. That's all I'm gonna say.
yeah, I'm not. I was high on Notre Dame when the season started, but I'm
Mhm.
not. Freaking Riley Leonard sucks. Uh,
If I
but
said Notre Dame is mathematically eliminated from the college football playoff, you would say what? That of course, I mean they still have a chance, but I think this early
I
they're
don't
already eliminated.
agree
Uh-huh.
because they haven't played the Louisville game yet.
hmm So
If
we'll
they
see.
beat Louisville, it's a chance.
That
Because
game is in South Bend.
yeah,
Uh, but like I said, Jeff Brom and Brian Brom are cooking right now in Louisville. I'm buying every stock, every
yeah.
last stock.
But if
So
they were to beat Louisville, they had two top 25 ranked teams or wins because they beat Texas A&M and they would have win over Louisville.
there's a game this
And
up.
they'll be both the. I think it'll be a no games in South Bend. They game in South Bend. So
This I know. What was it? Was it week 2 or week 1? We had an amazing slate of games. This may be the best slate of games yet. Saturday we get a Stanford and Clemson game. Stanford is better than advertised. I'm going to,
they are.
I'm high on Syracuse. They brung back 85% of their production, and this is why production matters. They were also able to recruit well. So what Taylor and the boys building over there is pretty cool. We get an Ohio State and Michigan State game. I know everybody just thinks that hey, Ohio State is going to go to East
I mean,
Lansing and
I think Ohio
steamroll them.
State going.
I think that game's gonna be better than advertised.
Yeah, I'm actually excited because now I get to see Ohio State against a little bit of more real competition.
Arkansas plays
Big Ten
A&M.
competition.
Oklahoma plays Auburn this week at Jordan Air. Two
Oh,
teams.
the mid bowl.
Hey, yeah, that's funny, man. We already Louisville by
Say
double
Oklahoma
digits,
versus
and I live
Auburn.
in a Notre Dame household, bro. D now, sleep with one eye open tonight, bro. You just can't say stuff like that, dog.
Wait. What do you now
You
say?
said Louisville by double digits, and I live in a Notre Dame household. Hey, that's spicy. But yeah, we have a really good, week of games. We talked about Virginia Tech, Miami,
Hopefully, that
BYU,
could be a good game.
at Baylor.
If Virginia Tech show up, it should be a good game.
Yeah, I think so too. So yeah, we got a handful of good games. Illinois plays Penn State.
Yeah, that's actually an NBC late night game.
Utah and Arizona play. That'll be a good game. That is in Utah. So yeah, I'm loving this week's slate of games. I'm not sure where I'm going yet, but my assistant manager is still on vacation, so this might end up being another idle week for me where I bring out the typewriter, type up a bunch of articles. But let's talk about this top 10. We got Utah at 10, Penn State at 9, who I have on upset alert this week. We got Oregon at 8, and we got Miami at 7, Ole Miss at 6. Hey, I think you're gonna lose both of them bets, bro. I'm just saying.
What?
I think you're gonna lose both of those bets, bro. I'm just saying.
I remember called off the Ole Miss bet. I
Oh, we
being
did.
dumb.
Oh,
You
okay.
remember?
We called
We
it off.
we called the Miami one.
Okay, okay.
We called the Miami. I don't.
Uh,
You know what? I don't care. I'll buy a Sean Taylor jersey.
nah. You good, bro? Tennessee at 5, Bama 4, Ohio State 3, Georgia 2, Texas first. Out of these top 5 teams, and of course 2 of these teams play each other. Who loses? Who loses first? Is it Georgia? Is Tennessee on idle this week? I don't think I see Tennessee this week. They might be idle.
You said who loses first in the top what?
Top 5.
Top
You got
five.
Tennessee, Bama, Ohio State, Georgia, and Texas. Oh, Wisconsin gonna be the crap beat
I
out of
mean,
them.
I could go with the little smart alley pick. Oh, it's either Georgia or Alabama, of course.
Right,
But
right.
I'm gonna say Georgia.
You gonna say Georgia?
Yeah,
2 weeks to prepare.
I
Uh,
out
I
of the
would love to
top
see
five.
the statistics for Kalen
Alabama and Georgia
DeBoer.
both idle weeks this week.
Huh?
The Alabama and Georgia both have bye weeks
Yo,
this
the
week.
schedule makers knew what they were doing. Yes, they both had tough. Well, supposed to be tough. That Alabama Wisconsin game wasn't tough, but they both had semi tough games on week 3. The schedule makers knew what they were doing. Gave both of them an idle week, so both Kirby Smart and Kalen DeBoer had 2 weeks to prepare for this game. This game's gonna get top billing, bro.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I mean, when
So
you
yeah,
ask this question, I mean, it's gonna be one of those 2 teams
for sure, for sure,
that's
for
gonna take
sure.
the first loss. So it's just depending on who you taking for that one.
Got you.
Yeah, NC State, I
That's
think
gonna be a
is.
raucous environment, bro.
I
Kalen DeBoer may get his first staple victory, man, as head coach of Alabama. So of course we'll be breaking down that game on Thursday. Anything else you want to say about the AP poll? Anything else that we talked about today?
I don't think so. I think it was. I feel like Mizzou should be above Utah, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Mizzou should be above Utah.
I felt like that they kept them there because Mizzou almost lost that game to Vandy.
They did.
So I feel like that's why they kept him there. So, what you been up to, man? What you got cooking up over there on Just Jalen? I see one of your videos is doing really great. The
Yeah.
downfall of Florida football. I want to crack some people in the head on the comment section, but it is what it is. You're getting views right now. You're doing numbers. So shout out to you for that, dog.
Yeah. I want to do like well, right now I'm working on like a video, like football players that like were that suffer like career-ending injuries and stuff like that. Video.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. I got less stuff planned for this college football season. And it's football season in general, and for the off season and stuff. Like I can't wait to draft. I got some good draft ideas. I got some good March Madness idea.
Mhm.
Actually, I might take my March Madness video down and then re-upload it just because.
Okay. As you should.
Yeah, it didn't do all that. The only thing I only did to like 238 views, and that was
Yeah.
I think I might have had like 700 subscribers. So that's
Yeah. I think it was a little while ago.
that's 700 subscribers to go. Like
Right. For sure. So you have new opportunity
yeah.
with the re-upload and content creators do it all the time.
But I'm gonna try to do a whole college football mixed with college basketball bracket thing. So
Mhm.
yeah, like I got some good stuff planned for this all season. I feel like especially when it's around draft time.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's gonna be some things playing. I don't know, maybe my channel gets big enough where I could just make basketball content just after it. Just make some NBA content just because. But
You excited for the NBA season?
Yes. I'm nervous though. Well,
Why?
I really scared about the Celtics not playing without Porzingis. We're gonna work teams without Porzingis. Oh well.
Will this be our last year of TNT?
Yeah, it is. It is, and I don't know if you've been hearing rumblings about like they haven't been on the same page. Kenny, Shaq, Chuck, Ernie.
Oh, they haven't, man.
Nah, it's actually been bad from what they've. It's like tense, hostile environment from what some reports said.
That's heartbreaking. Because I think they make the NBA fun. Because I'm not the hugest fan of the NBA at all. But there's this event I'm attending in a couple weeks, man. Can't talk about it, but I'm excited about. So, been doing a lot of groundwork for that. What games we talking about on Thursday, man?
Well, I guess the Illinois game, Alabama game.
Okay. Too
I
many.
don't know. I want to throw like a topic in there instead of like 4 games. We can throw a
Like
topic. We have
three
like
games on the
topics.
topic. Yeah. We need a topic. I missed the topics from the offseason. So yeah, we'll do 3 games. We'll maybe we can do like a rapid fire segment with some games where you give me, a couple lines of how you feel about the games, and then
Yeah.
you know the 3 main games, and then we get into a topic. So that there's so much to talk about it. So
You think the Bills gonna win?
yeah, we play the Jaguars. The game comes on and
Oh
now.
yeah, y'all gonna win there, man. It's Jaguars.
No, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
Don't do-
that. No, don't do that. Jacksonville owns Buffalo, bro. I don't know if you know.
yeah, but T
Yeah,
Law and them,
dude. I'm telling
they
you.
stink.
Last year they beat us in England. The year before that was the other Josh Allen game. Like the year before that, like I said, was the other Josh Allen game. And if you remember the year after being away from the playoffs in 17 years, who do we lose to in the first round of playoffs? We lost to Jacksonville.
That's right.
Jacksonville owns. Yeah. Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like how I feel like like the Miami Dolphins are just like Josh Allen's sons because he owns them. Yeah. Josh Allen parents are the Jacksonville Jaguars, bro. Like that's why everybody's like, "How you feel about this game?" I was like, "I don't. I hate Jacksonville."
Casey, you
Bro.
gotta trust me. The Jaguars are just a try hard to be too perfect team, and then it doesn't work out.
You gonna look at that score and be like, KT tried to tell me.
I
I'm
mean, I ain't
telling
gonna
you,
watch
bro.
the game. I think Monday night games are boring, but that's just me.
Yeah. I miss the old days where it was Al Michaels, Dan Dierdorf, and who's the other gentleman? I miss those Monday night games. Troy and your guy Joe Buck, the greatest play caller of all time, greatest play-by-play guy of all time. Nah, they ain't cut it for me. Then they got Eli and Peyton Manning right on the ESPN2 or
Yeah,
something like that.
I actually like them.
You do? Yeah. The Dennis Miller. Yeah, the Dennis Miller year was classic. Now. So yeah, I miss those days, man. But it's always like to say there are no more victories in sport that survive in advance. That's why college football has the greatest regular season. And until next time, guys, make sure y'all don't touch that down. We'll be back in about 45 minutes with Overreaction Monday. Jalen and I'll see you all on Thursday. Y'all take care.